Hey Toy Addicts, this is Jody, and today I have the Fall and Winter 1986 Penney's catalog to show you. Now you guys know that I am a reseller, and one of the things I love to sell is old catalogs. And so I've got other videos up on my channel showing you different old catalogs that I've come across. But these ones from the 80s, this was my childhood, so I remember a lot of this stuff well, for better or worse. And I thought you guys might like to go on down memory lane with me. You could buy this catalog from JCPenney for $4. Buy an advertisement of ours for $4. Okay. Now some of this fashion is so good and some of it is so not. Like we have this gal here. Do you remember when ladies were wearing a scarf over just one shoulder? How did you keep it up there? Did you pin it? I don't know. And that's like a full-on sweater dress. And then we've got these high fashion ladies here. And I'm not going to show you the whole catalog because this is a big catalog, and JCPenney's, they're not necessarily known for their high fashion. So a lot of it is like just really boring stuff that, plain, interesting, boring stuff. And then you've got this gal here. Now this gal and this gal, they do not run in the same circles. No, they don't. This gal here looks like she wants to live on a soap opera. High fashion. Look at that collar popped up there. Not all the way, but it's up. It's up. And then we've got these ladies who watched Little House on the Prairie too many times and decided that they wanted to look like Miss Beadle, the teacher. So they've got high necks and ruffles. Oh, and we've got these ladies who are headed to the office. These are high power fashion ladies with their bows and their jackets, and they're looking so serious with a pen. And oh, we've got, okay, I guess that's a body. They're trying to show you that's a bodysuit. I don't think you'd wear that just by itself with your dark pantyhose. Everyone's got pantyhose in here. I actually really like these sweaters. I would totally wear these. This whole outfit I would totally still wear right now, even with those little shoes. I like it. Super cute. And I totally would have worn that in the 80s too. So there you go. And I've got, I loved this type of sweater. And this type of sweater was everywhere, like at the cheap stores, like Kmart. This is the type of sweater. You got the shaker knit sweater. So I definitely liked this type of sweater. I think I even have a picture on my Instagram. I'll pop it up here of me wearing like this color sweater. It's not this style, it's a vest, but yeah. Then we've got, they're trying to show, that these pieces are versatile. So you could buy all of these pieces and mix and match them. But what just really looks like friends who are twinsing or tripleting would be so embarrassing to go out with your friends looking like that. Looking like you were middle-aged moms in the 80s. And then we had a lot of I guess this page doesn't show it as much, but like the cotton skirt and the button-down shirt that's tucked in. There was a lot of that. And then this like drop waist sweater. I had a teacher, my 4th grade teacher, who was horrible. She had this exact sweater, but she always wore a polo shirt under it with the collar popped up. She thought she was real cool. And then we've got some serious ladies here that they want to be high fashion, but they're not quite. But also they have really, really big shoulder pads because they want you to know they mean business. Or, I don't know, that they could like tackle you and it wouldn't hurt them. And then here's more of that drop waist that I was telling you about. It just, I don't know. It was just like they were trying to do like the 30s drop waist thing. But yeah, it just never really worked out quite right. And I don't know, where did this come from where it went from toddlers wearing sailor suits to like, now your mom wears a sailor suit. Why was that a thing? I don't know. I don't know. I had to go through here and like mark some of these pages because I wanted to spare you guys some of this nonsense. I really did. I do not know why I marked this page. Oh, I guess like this was also a thing with the no waist dress. Like the church that I went to when I was a kid, this was all the rage. All the ladies had the no waist dresses. I don't know, maybe they didn't have waists. I don't know. And then this I think is funny, like, why were women not allowed to wear shorter coats? All the coats in this magazine for women are like almost all the way down to your feet. I mean, I guess you have to protect that drop waist dress and that no waist dress, right? Because those dresses are going to go all the way down. Probably going to go just a little bit longer than this and like peek out. Now these are fun coats. These are more like what we would have worn as kids. And this one is kind of cool because it says wear it 8 different ways. So it's like 2 pieces, like the kind of duffel coat look, and then it's reversible. Each piece is reversible, so like you can only wear this, or you can wear this with the inside of that, or you can just wear that, or you can wear that with the inside of that. I probably would wear that now. And then of course the berets. And then you had your fur coats, because fur coats were aspirational. Now these are fabulous fakes for only $99 each, but people wanted real fur coats. I had a real fur like hand warmer thing that I don't know, somebody had given us, and I did not like to use it. I thought it was real soft and nice, but it was like rabbit fur and it just made me sad. Okay, now all of these catalogs, they always have these huge bridal sections, and it just kind of cracks me up. This whole like bridesmaid industry, like let's make these women who are good enough friends of ours to want to be in our wedding spend like $300 on a dress that they can only wear once. This is what a friend does? No. His wedding dress is quite the princess cut. I mean, all of these bridesmaids dresses, like, you can't wear this elsewhere. I mean, now people are spending way more than $300 on a dress, but back then even, they were spendy, spendy, spendy. Look at that thing. You know, and if the cocktail length ones maybe, but you're just not gonna wear that anywhere. That wedding dress. Oh, and especially since it has like a ruffled train on the back. Oh my goodness. I mean, you could probably wear this one somewhere else, this like jumpsuit thing. But this is more for like the bridesmaid at like your second wedding or maybe your third wedding. And then of course we've got the dowdy mother of the groom dresses. And more bridesmaids. And more bridesmaids. Look at this one. I mean, for goodness sakes. These, like, this is almost a cut of a dress you could wear somewhere else, except for it's super shiny super shiny satin. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Look at that dress. I think this is supposed to kind of emulate the Princess Diana dress in a way, but and I mean, some of these, it's like you're almost wearing a full wedding dress. It's just a lot. Somebody like went to the store, you wanted this as their dress, and they're like your friend that's like, no, I'll wear this. I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing that color, and I'm not wearing that dress. I'll wear this. Whew. And of course you could get the shoes, and they did dyeing, so you could get like the shoes dyed to be whatever color matches the dresses that you bought. Okay. Now we are skipping over a whole bunch of real bad fashion to move on to pajamas. You got Charlie Chaplin pajamas. Such a timely reference in 1986. You've got Archie pajamas. And this one is like, it says I love, and then it has all these names on it. Like, this girl is obviously boy crazy, I guess. These Garfield ones are cute, but I think it's kind of weird that they come with matching underwear for adults. I don't know. I mean, I think it's fun, but also kind of weird for the 80s. Now, these gals are about to go to jazzercise class. Yep, they're going to get physical. These outfits are actually really cute. And then we're moving on to the shoes. And of course, we have the high top Reeboks. Like, this is what all the girls had. My sister actually had a pair of these that were turquoise. I mean, how cool is that? She really wants to find them again too. She wants she wants them back. And then of course, as a reseller, I'll take all the vintage Nikes you got. Even the Tenny Runner styles. And I'm going to skip over a lot of the men's clothes because, you know, this is JCPenney's. It's brown, it's gray, it's navy blue, and it's plaid. That's about it. We got a few sweaters, some ski gear, you know how when you're looking at a catalog and you think, this model would never be caught dead in this clothes. And this is like Mr. Preppy Man wearing a motorcycle jacket. I just don't see it. That guy's like, I don't want to wear that. Don't put me in that. And then we got Kenny Rogers. He's got Western gear. But it just doesn't look that Western to me. Again, it's just, you know, JCPenney's shirts and stuff that are just plain. Could have done a lot better with your outfits. But tell me why in the 70s, in the 80s, all men's socks had to have stripes. I mean, it's kind of iconic style. It's cool. It's fun now, but like, why did they all have stripes? I don't understand. Then we're moving on to the kids section. And the little boys' clothes are almost as boring as the men's clothes. I mean, you got miniature Alex P. Keaton, you know, supervisor, floor supervisor at Kmart over here. Got to have your career wear for your young boys. You do have some fun like He-Man and Thundercats shirts. And some Spider-Man jackets and Voltron. Those are cool. But of course, more young Wall Street hedge fund manager workwear, or your private investigator over here as well. We've got a lot of karate pajamas. These are not like gi uniforms that you would buy. These are just pajamas, just karate gear jammies. And you got He-Man and Mask and the Superman has like the cape, it has the feet. It's pretty cool. And then, of course, you've got like uniform stuff too. This is Girl Scout uniforms. I liked this. On the front it says, "Here comes a brownie." On the back it says, "There goes a brownie." I never did Girl Scouts, but it seemed like it cost more to be in it. Like getting all the uniforms and the patches and all that kind of stuff. We never had money for that stuff. And then they also have the Scout uniforms, which had a little bit less accessories than the girls. You need to buy an airbed, that's a whole separate. The little girls' clothes, I mean, look how cute. They're just so cute. We got their this little preppy girl here. She thinks she's all that. She's got her sweater with her button down. Look at the little sweaters with the puppy dogs on them. Or chickens? Is that chickens? Is that chickens and cows? I don't know. And then, of course, these girls are going to go to Jazzercise with their moms. Tweety Bird Jazzercise. You got to get the leg warmers. And the zebra. And then we have just some fun sweat outfits. Look at these, like, this is like the Totally Mini, where she's all cool in 80s. That's, I think, my favorite Minnie Mouse. And then we've got more of the sort of preppy girls with some sweaters and turtlenecks and like college sweaters. And these girls are all the fashion. I had completely forgotten about these like overalls things. I actually think I had a pair of these. Probably looked horrible. And look at these ones. Ooh. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. And then we got some of the littles here. And I just thought these were funny. Because these are like My Buddy and Kid's Sister. Like those dolls. Their outfits, right? Are like this shirt and those pants. And this shirt and those pants. Except for like the Chucky shirt is like a version of this that's like not pinks. But like rainbow colors. And some cute jammies. More of the fun mini jammies. And then here's more of those aspirational fur coats. The little girls in their fur coats. Look. Going to, maybe this is like the end of the birthday party when they're getting back dressed to go out in the winter snow. I don't know, because look, they're holding like deflated balloons. There's like a garbage box with tape on it in the background. Like, what kind of up here too, like boxes with tape on them? What kind of photo session is that? That's weird. Oh, let's find a way to traumatize our infant. Make him look at this clown every day. Ooh. Thank you. And of course, we've got the cutie little baby toys. And this is about the only toy page in this catalog. I don't know why you make a catalog without toys in it, right? I mean, come on, JCPenney. And you've got your baby gear. And I was just thinking, like, this would probably violate all the child safety laws that exist right now. Like, every stroller and stuff that you find, it's covered in fabric, and it's, you know, this is just, there's a few pieces of fabric. It's mostly metal. There's not a whole lot of, like, leaning back and sleeping. This is, like... It doesn't look comfortable. It looks like a converted shopping cart, actually, like the bottom, you know? Doesn't look like the greatest baby gear to me. Oh, and then here we've got a page of clothing racks. I mean, exercise equipment that you can buy for your home. Oh, man. You know, I go to a lot of estate sales. And I cannot tell you how many of these things I see at estate sales that look like they are brand new, like they were never touched. I mean, I've actually seen many, many of these things still in the boxes in like basements or garages at estate sales. It's just not a thing most people do. And then we've got the TVs. So my sister and I were talking about this the other day because we were looking at some TVs on Black Friday, and I was like, oh yeah, we should get that 75-inch TV. It's only $600. And she's like, that's a crazy price. Who would ever pay $600 for a TV? Well, this TV right here, 26-inch stereo with a monitor console. This like swiveled. We knew someone who had this. This swiveled. This TV, number one here, $949. I'm like, no, TVs are like $900 in the 80s. And she was like, no, nobody would pay that. I'm going to have to show her this, seriously, because if they even had a 75-inch TV in the 80s, it would have been like $10 million. Then we got this coolness right here. It looks cool because it's yellow, but there's not like a tape deck or anything in it. But then you got this. It looks like, wow, you got all the speakers. And then like these monstrosities with the equalizers and everything that you're supposed to carry around with you. Of course, this thing took like 3070 batteries. So by the time you got all the batteries in it, it weighed like 90 pounds. And it only played for like 30 minutes before the batteries would die. And then you've got your like aspirational... Everybody in the 80s wanted a ginormous stereo system with huge speakers. And ooh, beautiful veneer wood inlay. And at a great price of only $1,500, you too could have this in your home. I had a lot of those Jeep people in the 80s that were like, they would buy all these different accessories and fun stuff for their Jeeps. And all the lights and all kinds of gear. Then you had the van people who had these like plush blue velvet captain's chairs in their van. We knew someone who had a van like this that had like the big fancy chairs in it. It's like, ooh, someone spent too much money on their van. And I just hated these awnings when I was a kid. I remember driving past houses and being like, your house looks gross. I mean, of course, I didn't tell somebody that, but that's what I was thinking. Ugh, 80s wallpaper was just like anything they would sell at JCPenney's was just the worst. I mean, look at this telephone. I love that. And the heart wallpaper. But just like hearts and flowers and geese and boats. Here's some ducks. And this is all like, you've got your wallpaper and then you've got your matching wallpaper border that you would have like in the middle, like right in the middle of the wall in the room. Then maybe some more on top. I did love going to the wallpaper store as a kid though, but not to look at this kind of wallpaper. I loved getting the big books out and looking at the kids' wallpaper. So it looks like we've got some Disney down here. And there is like some teddy bears and balloons and Sesame Street. And the farm, okay. Snoopy up there. Is that Care Bears? I think that's Care Bears. Right? And Muppet Babies. So they had some fun ones for kids. Is that Rainbow Bright? That is Rainbow Bright. Oh, love that. I like the border. That's so fun. And then we're going to move on to like a decor. So these are like outside lights, but like everything was like shiny gold. Everything had to be shiny gold. All these lamps, they're just shiny gold. So much shiny gold. And even like, look at these dining room sets. Shiny gold, shiny gold. Oh, and I completely forgot about these, like, this is more of a 70s style, though, I would say. This is not, you know, JCPenney's is not real known for being up on the latest styles, but this is definitely more of a 70s style than an 80s style. This was more like the reality for a lot of people in the 80s, was like this. Although a lot of times, like, instead of it being a nice soft covered part of your couch, this arm would be wood. Ooh, check that out. I'm surprised there's no shiny gold on this black though. And then we've got the bathroom. Every surface has to be covered. Clearly there's thick carpet plus another thick rug and then a thick toilet mat and then a thick toilet cover and then a thick toilet bowl cover and then frilly, ruffly, full length, you know, something to trap all of the moisture and smells of your bathroom on all the surfaces. Ugh. Gross. And you know, a toilet can just also become a comfortable chair if you put the right toilet seat on it. You don't have to go. You can just go and sit in there and relax. Yikes. All right. And then the rest of the house, it just seemed like, let's just get frillier and frillier. All the curtains, all the bedding. It just has to be frills and ruffles. And all of that kind of ridiculousness. And I'm just going to skip over like 100 pages of exactly the same thing. And we're going to just go right to the kids' bedding because that's the fun stuff, right? We've got trains here. That's cute. And then, of course, Rainbow Bright. We've got Sesame Street. I always thought it was interesting, like in the catalogs, you can tell it's just like a cardboard box under here instead of a mattress. Because look how sharp the points are there on some of these. Some of them it looks like a mattress. Like these Transformer sheets. It could be a mattress under there, but like, that's just sharp points. We've got the Pound Puppies. Those are awesome. And Minnie and Mickey. Cabbage Patch Kids, Holly Hobby, baseball, and other sporty sports, football. These are cool. This is wrestling. Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. Do you remember that cartoon? And then some Snoopy. That's it. That is it. The rest of these beds are like frilly, florally nightmares. Okay, guys, this is it for this catalog. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment down below what was your favorite thing, or do you have any of these things from the 80s? Like the video and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Also check out some of my other fun 80s ridiculousness catalog videos and toys and whatever. And if you're wondering, I did already actually sell this catalog. It sold for $24 and I bought it at a garage sale for 50 cents. Okay, guys. See you next time. Ew. Bye.